Welcome to Oldsmob 455. So we're working on the body work, getting this all scuffed down, and you'll see that this side is totally solid. The other side had some rust issues, and around the window channel was rusted. A lot of people think, why'd you even pick a car that was so rusty like this? But everything else is very solid compared to what we're used to in Wisconsin. So right now, there was Bondo all on here, and you'll see that there's dingers that are coming outward, probably from guys sliding around the corner and something shifts over and dingers out. So we're going to tap those down in. There's a crease here, and once we get this crease established, then there's supposed to be like a wave going in. We'll have to work on that. And once that's done, then we'll have the whole thing primered on top and on the inside. Then we'll work our way to the doors. So you got one of these pattern makers, just a bunch of needles, and you push in. So then we can go from the side that's good and match the other side so it has the same contoured shape. And then you match it each side.
I knocked off about 1/8 inch of Bondo in here. The guy just smeared Bondo over this instead of tapping these in.
So the least amount of Bondo you can possibly put in the car is stuff you don't have to worry about later on. I've got a car that's got Bondo in it that was done 30 some years ago, and it never cracked out. Depends. From the paint job that was on it, we wouldn't trust any of that body work. A lot of times when you see guys take a car into a body shop and it's jumped from shop to shop, each guy goes, I'm not going to put my paint job over somebody else's body work, and they strip it all back down again. A lot of times they find stuff underneath a nice looking primer paint job. And all of a sudden they see poor patching and stuff like that, and they just start from scratch again. All right, we're working on the quarter panel, and it was pretty wrinkly. And tapped them out, and you get them as good as you can with your feel. And then we put a guide coat of primer on here. I mean, you could Bondo this and it wouldn't be bad. But we'll work that out even more. And then a lot of dingers down here. So what you got is this raised curve here, then you got a crease here. I think this has to contour like that.
Taking a shot of the trunk lid here, I just got done wire wheeling it using a strapping wheel. Probably spent like maybe almost 3 hours on it, just on the underside. Not one bit of rust to fix. We did have to straighten some metal there and there. I think maybe they're trying to get the trunk open from the inside of the car, but not sure. I'm gonna knock down this side of it now.
So the reason you should always take off paint all the way down to base, if you're gonna do your own paint job, never trust the other guy's work before. We're going all the way down to the original gold, and as you come up closer, you will see that there was rust going on underneath the gold, and this guy just primed over the top of it and painted. So here you'd waste your time. I mean, this is a lot of work sanding this all down. And you put a paint job on it, and all of a sudden a couple of years later your paint is going to hell, and you'd have to go through this all over again. Better get down to the total base, get everything neutralized, and then put primer down that's good, and then do your paint job. the direct metal heavy build primer on it. So we got the roof, this corner done. And then you notice, a lot of times when it's just Bondo and bare steel, you can't see it. It feels perfect and everything. And then when you get the Bondo with this heavy filled primer on it, then the light reflects off of it. And you can see where you gotta make corrections to more Bondo work, or maybe after we sand this out, it might come clear, but you see imperfections after you get paint on it. This had a crease in it, and the guy had Bondo that thick in there, and we got rid of it, knocked a lot of dents, you know, tried to get them even. But this has a lump here, then it's curved here, and then there's a flat there. So after it all, you know, we'll be using a guide coat too, trying to keep these lines straight. And you can keep on doing it and doing it till you got perfection. We'll know where every flaw is. But by now it's getting down to just a 16th of an inch, but your eye can see that stuff. And we know where it's at. After we block this all out, we might still need more work. After that, then we'll turn it around. This is a bummer about having a small garage. Then we can work on this side, because otherwise, once we push this back in, it's too hard to even do the body work. So we haven't even heavy primered this one yet. Just sanding it out, you can see where the little dimples are. And then we use a dolly and a hammer, and we try to knock out as much as we can, and then block it out, and then we use a little guide coat. And then you think you got it all right, and then you end up doing the heavy primer, and you'll notice stuff even after that.
I don't know if they can see it on camera, but like, for instance, a dinger right there.
Yeah, when it was in bare steel, you don't even see that. As soon as you're putting primer on it, then all of a sudden you see a shadow. And it would stick out like a sore thumb after it's got a nice shiny whatever, especially black. Everything will show it black.
Quite a few flaws there. We'll keep working at it though. I guess I'll add it on this video. I finished all the grinding associated with putting this package tray in. So that's completely installed now. Thanks for watching.